right. So today we're going to be doing the Canadian Occupational Performance Measure. So your name is Christopher Owen, and how old are you?
41.
All right. You're a male, and today is 10/20/28. 28. All right. And we had talked a little bit about what your diagnosis is. Would you mind repeating that?
Manic depressive, bipolar, I forget which type, and ADHD.
All right. So just to begin, if you could just walk me through your day. So that is from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed and all the steps in between.
Okay. Wake up, check my phone, because the alarm will go off, have the phone in my hand. I usually check a couple different, same three things, Facebook, text message, and this one sports site. Lay in bed about a half hour after I'm awake. Thank God for being awake. Get up, turn on my lights. Usually I'll throw coffee on even though I don't drink it. I like the smell of it. I half get dressed in the morning. So I'll like start off with just like, depends on what season it is. Like I'll do just like the warmer half, and the other half will kind of be exposed. Go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, floss, make breakfast if I make breakfast. It's usually pretty inconsistent. A couple weeks on, a couple weeks off of that. Go to work. I don't know exactly like what other stuff. I'm trying to think. Like go to work. And get home. Like I ride my bike to work. Sometimes I stop over the little bridge that's over there and just kind of like look to see if the water is like filled up. I go to work. I usually take the same exact route. Once in a while when I'm feeling like frisky, I'll take like a side alley or something. Go to work, do what I do there. Come home, same route. Get home, snack on something, usually peanut butter, cereal in the afternoon. Take a shower, clean up whatever I made a mess of in the morning. Check my phone. I don't really know what I do.
Yeah,
I piddle around the yard. Either go hit some like golf balls out there, or work on like one of the 50 things that are like 8/10 of the way like finished. I kind of like chip away at these little like projects that are never really completed.
Yeah.
That gives me some kind of like something. So there's always like some things I can say like I accomplished because there's so many things I don't finish, which is nice. Go out in the yard, either garden, weed, water, hit some golf balls around, do like the little cleanups, in the back alleys because it's usually pretty dirty back there. Talk to my girlfriend usually for an hour and a half or so, an hour on the phone if we don't see each other. I usually text her. I mean, that's another thing in the morning. Usually text her. We'll usually text each other within an hour or so being up, just like a good morning and have a good day and a song or something. And then back to night. I read the Bible for a little bit or listen to a sermon. I don't watch much TV, but I'll usually have the news on just in the background, pretty low volume. And then that's it. Usually lay in the shower. Pretty basic stuff.
You kind of covered a lot of ground.
Yeah. I don't know what exactly.
No, that's
there's variations of all that stuff, but it's basically a couple times going to the bathroom in there.
Yeah.
I have to go next door now at work because our bathrooms don't lock.
Oh, darn.
And I'm like about a 9 to 10 o'clock usually.
Yeah.
Pretty regular.
That's actually what I was about to ask you when you have bowel bowel
Yeah, I would say
movements.
almost always between 8 and 8:30 and 9:30 or 10. Um, and I'd say another time around 5 or 6. I'd say late afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then how many times I go to, I don't know how many times I go to, just depends how much
Yeah.
water I'm drinking. I'm really inconsistent with that too.
Mm-hmm. So when you get to work, what do you do while you're there?
I get in, I look at where everything's at, because I'm not like, because I know how to do all the things. I know how to manage the store, but I'm not the manager, so I get in there and see like where my boss is at and like what she needs for like the first half hour that I'm there, or even like sometimes we'll just kind of communicate about what happened the shift before and where she's at if I can't see everything that I need to be aware of, and I'll spend that first half hour really just working with her to get her into a place where she feels like she's where she should.
Sure.
And then I slice 40, probably about 60 pounds of meat between 9 and 11.
Gosh.
And those all have to weigh within like a 4-gram window. Label those. I make tuna salad. Sometimes oil and vinegar, about 9 or 10 of those bottles every other day. We make sure, everything's like set up and restocked, and then we start our day. Start making sandwiches, start putting them together, putting orders together. Trying to learn, because I don't really drive, so I'm trying to learn routing orders. Which groups of streets are next to each other, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there's that. I usually eat around 2 o'clock. I basically eat the same 2 things at work: turkey, avocado, cheese, a bunch of cucumbers on a lettuce wrap. And then I take about a 15 to 30-minute break, depending on where the store is at. And then I just hop, the rest of the time I'm like, I don't know, making some sandwiches, laying out bread, doing like detailed cleaning from stuff that hasn't been done throughout the week that I know is supposed to be done. And then once that starts driving me a little crazy, because I love doing it, but then I really don't after about 2 hours of it. So then I get antsy and I usually go home a little bit early.
Yeah. Now you said that you ride your bike to work. How far is your commute?
About I'd say a mile with, zigzagging through some stuff.
It didn't take you very long to get out there?
No. I'd say I'm pretty, like in the mornings, I'm not like very aggressive with like my riding anymore, because getting older, and so 10 to 15 minutes I actually ride pretty slow. But when I leave, I'm so happy to be on it. I fly home, and it's all mostly downhill. So I feel like I just have this favorite hill that I go down.
Yeah.
That the sun kind of sets over. It's really
Just
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
I
know that's not important, but.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Let's see. So you mentioned cooking breakfast in the morning and then eating while you're at work. Do you ever prepare dinner in the evening?
Very, very rarely.
You just snack?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. If my girlfriend comes over, I think if she makes dinner, it's always awesome. So it just gets me in that kind of place where I appreciate like, cooking a meal, or if I'm able to like help her, then it's just a nice thing. And then I'll cook maybe once or twice after that during the next like 7 days total, and then after that I basically don't. But I get to a point where, like where I'm at now, where I'm just so hungry that I will make stuff, but it's just like a tilapia with nothing in it, nothing on it, and just like frozen broccoli or whatever, just something fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't really. I'd say 3 or 4 times a month, maybe. I make meals.
Cool.
Not cool.
Not cool.
No.
All right. Let's see. What about, let's see, I think we'll just go through the rest of these and kind of elaborate. So this is the second part. So we're going to use this scoring card.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ask you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
Let's see, importance. How important it is for you to be able to do some of these things. Yeah, so we're just going to use this top scoring card. Let me make sure that this is still recording.
Sure.
Yeah, we're still good.
All right.
Some of my classmates had trouble with it turning off while they were.
Yeah, depends how much you have in there.
Yep. So, and I did want to ask you, as a part of your like evening routine, is there anything that you do to prepare to like put your mind in a place where it's ready to sleep? So do you ever do like?
I mean, I can try.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like prepare myself?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not as well as I should. I think on the days that like I'm conscious of it or can kind of prepare myself, it's usually, I mean, I love having like a nice conversation either with like my girlfriend or like my mom or something, and then like reading the Bible and just kind of thinking and praying on whatever it is I either have learned or need to, or should, or whatever. I think it just depends on like where I'm at. But yeah, a nice shower. Yep. New white shirts, new socks.
Yep.
That's always comfortable.
Put you in the mood for sleep.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, you don't.
And lately I've been starting to like think about a lot of stuff from when I was younger. Mm-hmm. Like childhood memories and things, and that's calming, has been calming to me, so that's been putting me to sleep. And that's been nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I've been trying to turn my phone off.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those like blue waves or whatever.
Yeah.
And let's see. And so you mentioned that you'll listen to sermons or read the Bible. Do you also go to church or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sundays, Bible study, Sunday afternoon. And that's it. A couple like things that are church related, but they've been like spread out. But there are some coming up.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We got sleep preparation. All right, and then you also said that you like to go out and garden for leisure and golf, play basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just shoot around. I don't play. I wouldn't call it playing.
Yeah.
I like to shoot around. Hit little plastic golf balls. I'll move up to the regular adult ones soon. And just chipping away out there. I like turning dirt over, even if there's nothing really going in it. I just like pulling those weeds out.
Yeah.
And I didn't do a lot of it this summer. So yeah, I'm making up for it now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to go over the importance part because I think we covered just about everything. So on this scale of 1 to 10, and we're just going to go through, some of this is going to seem kind of silly, but just bear with me.
No.
So how important is it for you on a scale of 1 to 10, you're bathing and showering, being able to do that regularly and independently? Like long term.
Long term?
Mm-hmm.
To have good hygiene?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty important. I would say as 6 or 7.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. Actually, I have to pick one, right?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay.
For now, and that might change.
Yeah. And how about bowel and bladder management? How important is it for you to be able to do that independently?
That's a tough question because I don't know how I would respond to not being able to do them.
Mm-hmm. So having somebody come in and, undress you and wipe and all that good stuff.
How important is it for me to have those freedoms now to be able to do those things on my own? I'd say that would be up there. 7.
Okay, so not the worst thing you would
Yeah.
be able to do. And how about dressing yourself?
Yeah, because these things are private, so I don't know. Maybe they'd be higher. You know, it's
Mhm.
tough for me to like think about how I would react to someone having to like dress me or take care of me.
Mhm.
Is that what I'm trying to like imagine, basically?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 'cause I
Yeah.
might not take that well, so
Mhm.
it might be a little more. It might be an 8.
Yeah.
Because those are personal things. Those
Mhm.
those are private areas and
Yeah.
things.
One especially,
To have to be wiped and all
right.
that. Yeah,
You
I'd say
know.
that last one could probably go up to, that'd probably be a 9. That's pretty personal.
Okay. Especially, keeping in mind, those moments that you are manic or those moments that you are
Yeah,
depressive.
yeah.
Um, and what about dressing?
Uh, uh, Not as important. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd say 8. Yeah, because when things are off with me, I mean, those kinds of things would probably shut me down. I mean, if like, I don't want to sound like vain or anything, but
No.
if I'm already in like a bad, like in that downswing, and I like catch a glimpse of like myself, and I don't like what I see, or I'm just not liking what I can just shut off,
Mhm.
So I would imagine, yeah, I might be okay for a month if I couldn't take care of those things on my own, but those 2 or 3 or 4 weeks that things were not well, they'd be like
Mhm.
devastating.
Yeah.
I could picture myself getting real caught up in the fact that I can't do those things. And
Right.
I might have to face that someday. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say the dressing not as important, but the hygiene, yeah, that would be. It's
Mhm.
personal.
Yeah. And how about eating, which is different from being fed? So that's actually, being able to
Being able to just eat,
chew and swallow, digest.
that's extremely important.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
independently.
talk about quality of life at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah, 9. That's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can get IVs forever, but
Mhm.
because there are people that can't chew, right? Can't
Yeah.
swallow.
And they've got those G tubes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Of
You
being
know.
able to taste food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about feeding? Being able to physically feed yourself.
I almost want to say that's more
You think so?
than being able to, yeah, just to have at least have the ability to do it.
Are you gonna have somebody feed you?
Well, full circle.
Mhm.
How important is it for me to be able to feed myself?
Mhm.
I mean, like I just couldn't use my arms. Because I'll feed I mean, even if I can't use my arms, if you put a plate of food, I can smash my face. I can still feed myself.
Right.
I might not be able to even lift my head up, but once I'm there, I'll eat it. So, I don't know.
You'll find a way.
Yeah. Just, that's pretty important though, to be able to,
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put feeding yourself?
yeah, 9. You need to be able to feed yourself.
Okay. So next is functional mobility. So that's your ability to get out into the world, and even through your house.
Yeah. 10. I'm gonna go
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Like, I think that there are more important things, but if you're talking about,
Mhm.
yeah, that's,
All right. And personal care devices. I don't think that it doesn't sound like you have any, but that would include personal care devices. Like testing supplies if you're diabetic, or
yeah.
breathing machines, personal care devices. I don't know if that includes like toothbrushes, stuff like that.
Squirrel. Did you see it?
Mhm. So maintaining personal care devices.
Yeah, not,
Okay. So a 1?
not, yeah.
Okay. How important is it for you to be able to complete personal hygiene and grooming independently?
Yeah. Um, pretty high. These questions are always like scales.
I know.
For me to be able to complete hygienic procedures on my own, like people finish brushing my teeth,
putting lotion on, brushing your hair,
It depends.
styling your hair.
I'm not trying to be like difficult, but it's like,
No.
if I had someone I love next to me, taking care of all
I
that stuff
mean,
might not be that bad,
Right,
you know?
yeah, I know, and we
that'd
can
be
think
pretty
about
sweet.
that.
You know, like I'd like to put that out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But it's pretty important people do those things on your own.
Yeah.
Especially brushing and flossing. That's the beginning of that whole affects your heart health, right? All that stuff. Yeah, 9.
All right. And how about sexual activity? How important is that to you? And we can talk about that just as it is right now.
Not important at all.
Okay.
1.
And what about toilet hygiene? So that would be the wiping and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's 8 or 9. Those all could be 8s or 9s.
Okay.
8.
Thank you. All right, halfway there.
Cool.
All right, so these are instrumental activities of daily living. So these are all basically things that, I mean, you're essentially taught as a teenager, and that includes, things that we should learn how to do. And so the first one is care of others, and so that includes selecting and supervising caregivers, and that does also apply to work. How important is it for you to be able to care for others right now? And do you have anybody that you need to care for?
Like take care of,
Mm-hmm.
or care for, like take care of.
Care of others. So your mom doesn't live here.
No.
So we don't have to talk about that. And then you live alone.
Yes.
So I guess that would just be including selecting and supervising caregivers. So I mean, you're just responsible for yourself. It sounds like.
Yeah, I barely.
But that does, include your girlfriend. So how important is it for you to be able to take care of her?
10. That's what love is.
Yep. And do you have any pets?
No, not yet.
Okay. So that would be probably not important.
And yet I still want
That's
to.
right. I know.
I mean, the cat hangs out
We
in
should
the yard
put
long enough.
Finding a pet
Sure,
to care
yeah.
for. We'll put it on there.
Yeah.
All right. And you don't have any children?
No.
Okay. All right, so community mobility. So that is your ability to function and move outside of your home.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I skipped one. Communication management.
Okay.
And so that's making phone calls or visiting friends, or if you go to Bible study or stuff like that.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to ask you what you think, because that's really, really important to me. But I also don't do them, and
That's okay.
for some reason now, like, scared of those kinds of
Mm-hmm.
social interact. Just depends.
Yeah.
Like, it's important.
Yeah.
But it just isn't happening. So you could say, well, it's not important enough to do, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Well, we can, and we're actually going to get to that in just a minute, and how important it is versus your satisfaction in how you're
Okay.
doing it.
Okay.
So just overall, staying in touch with people
Yeah.
sounds like it's pretty important.
Yeah. 8.
An 8, okay. And then now community mobility. So that's, being able to ride your bike, get to places where you need to, or ride the bus, or, in the future drive there. How important is it for you to do those independently?
9.
Okay. And your financial management. So yeah, I think you're managing your money independently now.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it for you to maintain that?
5.
Okay.
Four. Yeah, even though I do it, it's not important. It's
Mm-hmm.
just something that I do so that I can feel like things are okay, but it's not really what's important at the end of the day. So that's the right answer.
Okay. And then how about health management and maintenance? And so that includes, managing your health, how your autonomy over your body, making doctor's appointments, checkups, stuff like that.
Go to the dentist frequently, colonoscopies now frequently. I've had a lot of physical injuries that have affected me, lots of broken bones, lots of issues. So how important is it for me to set up appointments to get these things addressed?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see a dentist pretty frequently, so I'm trying to address those issues.
Mm-hmm. And I think that might also include exercise, in keeping your body healthy.
Yeah. How important are those things? 6.
Okay. And how about home establishment and management? So I know you've got some projects that you do around the house. Are those important for you to be able to do daily or frequently?
Yeah. It's good because I don't know. I haven't had to think about some of these things quite like this. Like, just because I do them all the time doesn't mean that they're really important either. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Well, and also in the moment, I know that you clean a lot.
Yeah.
So when you're using that when you're using cleaning as a tool,
it's important to get me to the next day and all that kind of stuff, and to like soothe that part of my brain, or whatever, or or it's just good because you haven't cleaned anything in a week or two, or you're slacking on, like, it's almost like I set myself up to I don't know. So how important is it?
It's okay to love cleaning.
I do though. It's just nice, man. Magic eraser, some. That's it. You just really need a magic eraser. So how important is it? I lost the question again.
So home establishment and managing your home.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Yeah, 6.
Okay. And what about meal preparation and cleanup? Would you rather somebody make a meal for you every day?
Yeah, but I have to clean.
Yeah.
I have to clean after. I clean during. My girlfriend cooks. I know I come in here probably 4 or 5 times while she never says anything to me that it bothers her, but I come in and I just pick up. I'm like, all right, now there's a little thing of powder over there. I gotta get that up, or flour, or garbage, or dishes. I feel like I'm just trying to help, but I also know that it's me just being like, clean.
I'm sure she doesn't mind.
Yeah, good.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you
to be able to clean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm tempted to go throw out a 10 there. I love me some cleaning. It's 7.
Okay. And how important is it for you to observe your religion?
10.
And then safety and emergency maintenance.
Safety and emergency maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Like around the house?
Yeah, it could be
fire extinguisher.
Locking your doors.
I always lock my doors. I don't keep windows open. Not because I'm scared of being like robbed or anything. Wasps. I can't have anything flying around in here, especially a wasp. So
you like your borders to be secure?
Like them, yeah. I like to be able to see, like, yeah.
I know, on a scale of 1 to 10.
How important is it for me to be able to lock my doors? 8.
All right. And what about shopping?
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
Yeah. Grocery shopping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How important is it for you to be able to do those things independently?
It's pretty important. I like my time in the store.
You going with the 10 on that one?
8.
All right.
Man, pickles, peanut butter. Apparently
You
I'm
were
pregnant.
You were so hungry. All right. And then this is, we're getting close to the end here.
This is nothing.
Yeah. And then lastly, we'll go through and pick 5 of these and tell me how satisfied you are with how you do it.
Okay.
So how important is it for you to get rest, which is a little bit different from sleep? So that's going to be sleeping while you're awake, sitting down while you're at work, taking
Rest
those
very
mental
important.
moments.
Rest.
Mm-hmm.
10.
And how about sleep?
I don't know what good sleep is like, so I can't really. I would think, man, important,
Mm-hmm.
good rest, and good sleep.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, you got to pair those up with 10s.
Okay. And then how important is it for you to do those, routines that you use to prepare for sleep? So like listening to sermons
Usually, a few times in the last year, maybe 10 or 20, my process has gotten like broken up in any way.
Mm-hmm.
It throws me off where I'm like, I get up, I get like angry or like upset, like
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really frustrated, like it's like the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess pretty important looking back.
Okay.
Because I don't respond well to that.
Yeah.
Those last 2 hours being any different, and that's something that has to get worked on because life will be different in
Mm-hmm.
a few years from now. So, yeah, God willing.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you want to put that at a 10?
It's pretty important. What's the exact?
So
how important is it for me to be able to do those things?
Yeah, to prepare for sleep, have those nice, the quiet moments.
I'd say 8.
Okay.
I mean, it's up there, but it's not the most.
And participating in sleep. So how important is it for you to actually have a good night's sleep?
Man.
And what does that look like? 6 hours?
8 hours solid with just one bathroom break at about 4 a.m. That's fine. I can deal with it. Because I'm almost at 2 now, and that's pretty frustrating.
Oh.
Getting up twice
Mm-hmm.
with not good sleep. Okay, that's all right. You get distracted. What is it again?
Sleep participating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think it's important for life. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not participating in the sleep, you're dead.
You're right.
So you want to be participating in sleep to know that you're alive.
Okay.
10.
10.
Yeah, you want to be there.
All right.
Show me a man who's never participated in, I don't know how to finish that and make it a thing.
All right. So are you taking any like formal education classes? And how important is it for you to do that or have that in your future
Formal, like,
classroom?
to dress up?
No?
No. No, I'm not.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10,
1.
okay. And the next one is informal.
Well, how important is it to me to be in that setting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that changes that. Just because I'm not in it doesn't mean it's not important. I'd say it's a 5.
Okay. That's fair.
I think about that.
Mm-hmm. And then the next one is informal personal education participation. So that's, even looking things up on the internet, reading articles.
What about study groups?
Yeah. Yeah, you can put that in there.
How
That
important?
might actually be,
Follow religious.
I mean, it falls under religious, but you're not getting credit.
That's informal, yes.
Yeah, you're not getting like a certification.
Informal place where there's
Yeah.
learning happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's important. 10.
Okay.
Need to learn a word.
Let's see. So this next refers to work. And so how important is it for you to either have work currently or seek work?
Very.
Okay.
10. Gives me purpose.
And how important is it for you to have? good job performance.
Yeah, I'm going to switch those around.
Okay.
Good job performance, 9, and then the one before it, what's the exact wording?
Employment interests, seeking or acquisition. So finding another job.
5.
Okay. And then how important is a retirement preparation to you?
7.
Okay.
It should, yeah, you know, like, it should be higher, but it might be where that's at because I don't know how to even really approach that. There's like check to check, so that idea is kind of far. It's kind of far off for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that 7's even real.
So do you think it would be a little bit lower?
Important. No, it's still important.
Okay. And then how important is it for you to explore volunteering?
I want children, so I'm gonna say 10.
On retirement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just that retirement just goes to little Ava or whatever.
Ava. And then volunteer exploration or participation?
Right now, 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. This next section, short. How important is it for you to do play exploration or your performance in play?
Oh, yeah, it's important to me. Like, how many baskets do I make from this spot out of 10? How thorough was I hitting a golf ball? How even was like my light jogging when I did it? Did I thoroughly exercise those processes at a higher level?
Kind
in
of.
play?
Yeah. Is being able to play important to you? And even use that as like a release?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 9.
Okay. And it sounds kind of similar, but how important is it for you to have leisure?
The things I like kind of rest in while I'm 9.
Okay. All right, last section. And then we'll have the step 3 after this, but it'll be pretty short. So this section is about your social participation. How important is it for you to participate in your community? And so we're excluding friends and family.
So neighborhood, church. 7.
Okay. How important is it for you to be in touch with your family?
5.
And how important is it for you to participate with your peers or your friends?
How important is it for me? Peers/friends.
So coworkers and friends.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same as last one. 5. Hopefully those two things grow.
Sure.
But 5s, yeah.
All right. So now we're on the last section.
Okay.
So this is, of all the things that we talked about, if you can, pick 5 of those things or problems that you might have that you would like to be better at or that you would like to maintain. So, and you're welcome to look at this if you like, just to kind of reflect on some of your answers. It doesn't have to be all the things that you marked as a 10. It can be, it can be anything.
Okay. So You want me to pick 5 of these that I would like to, I would hope would improve?
Yes, or so those are things that you would either like to maintain or be better at. So just the 5 most important things to you on this list. We'll leave it. We'll say it like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure this is still recording while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you had it up there so good.
Care of others.
Thanks.
Care of others. Rest. Religious observance. Employment, interests, seeking acquisition. The social participation of family.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And so on this list, we're gonna rate these again.
Okay.
And so, let's see. So first we're going to go with your performance, where you are right now. Let's see. So are you able to care for others right now? Or let's see, are you not able to do it at all? Or are you able to do it extremely well?
I'm able to do it extremely well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I mean, there are limitations, so 8,
Okay.
I guess. Able, yeah.
Okay. And are you satisfied with that?
No.
Okay. So on this scale of 1 to 10, are you not satisfied at all, or are you extremely satisfied with how you're able to care for others?
5.
Okay. So next will be sleep. Rest.
Yeah.
So how well do you perform in the act of rest?
Probably 5.
Okay. And are you not satisfied at all, or extremely satisfied, or in the middle?
4.
Okay. And with your religious observance, how satisfied, where was your performance on this scale?
Able?
Mm-hmm. There aren't any barriers that keep you from...
Yeah, there are some.
Okay.
I'm able. 9. I mean, that's a tough question.
Yeah, that is difficult because there's a difference between physically being able to go, like having the legs to walk in the air, but those days that you might be, feel less social,
Yeah.
You might not be able to do it as well that day.
Yeah, so not perfectly able, but not able.
You've been going pretty regularly though recently.
No, I haven't actually. I missed the last 2 services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm having those other issues
Mm-hmm.
in my head with people.
Mm-hmm.
So 7, right?
Okay.
I'm asking myself.
And then how satisfied are you with your performance?
Man, that's a tough one because it's not a performance thing.
Right.
How satisfied am I with my fruits?
Mhm.
4.
Okay. All right. And
Oof.
so, and then with your employment, how satisfied are you with your performance at work?
8.
Oh, and how satisfied are you with your performance?
Mm.
Okay, so are you able to perform extremely well at work? There we go.
10. I'm able to.
Yeah.
I don't have very many limitations.
And then
I say 9. 9.
okay.
10s are tough.
Yeah. I'm gonna save those.
And how satisfied am I?
With your work performance.
That's going down, actually, lately. If you'd asked me that 2 months ago, it would have been a different answer. 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Pretty satisfied.
good.
Satisfied is a weird question, though.
Yeah.
A weird word. Not a question.
And so your social participation